and what you're about to watch is us cooking and teaching a few people some new tricks. Now, Emma's lost a lot of weight in her life, and that has made it so that she's got a great point of reference for what tastes good, what looks good, and what's easy because she's got a busy life with kids, music, nursing, school, the list goes on and on. Here's us teaching some people how to cook. So the number one problem with North America is nobody does a proper breakfast. So what we're going to do is load our bodies full of antioxidants, and once we've done that, we're also going to add some protein. Protein being the hardest thing for the body to break down, so it's a high thermo-effective food. And the thermic effective food basically raises your metabolism. We're doing that first thing in the morning, and also adding to it a lot of greens. There is no way in this world to get enough greens, in my opinion. You can put it into everything, anytime, and you can do it quickly. So we're making a smoothie. We're tossing in kale, and if you've got a really good blender, you really can just toss in big chunks, and life is good. We'll add to that spinach, and again, it's all the vitamins and minerals that we're looking for out of this. So you can eat all the vitamins and minerals you want in a multivitamin. Best way to get them is out of your food. So we've got kale, we've got spinach, then into that I'm going to put half an avocado. Avocado, of course, high in folate and fiber, amazing for the body. I should probably break this up a little. It's not as pretty, but hey, we can do that. Then, to hide the taste of all this stuff, because it's not the most delicious in the world, we've got ginger, good for the stomach. We put in, I like to do about a half to 3/4 of a mango. And then of course, to even more mask the taste, because this stuff doesn't necessarily taste delicious, we're going to put a few berries in on top. And again, the more antioxidants we get to start off the day, the better. Makes us healthy, fights cancer, and there's a ton of fiber. Everything that you see in front of you has fiber. The number one thing that we're missing in our diets is fiber. Most Americans get between 5 and 11 grams according to the Canadian Diabetes Association, when we should be getting 25 to 30. So we add it here, and then of course protein powder. And now, with all of this in there and a little bit of water, we're going to mix it up. You won't taste any of the greens. Best way to start the day, or a good snack in the afternoon. Great for the body, delicious, easy. We'll blend it, good to go. We also added ice to this. We forgot to mention that as we went. We're ready to go. Serving sizes are out. Best way to start the day. And I'm going to serve these up. That is a delicious smoothie. Very quick, very easy. Under 5 minutes if you're speedy. Everything you need for a perfect day.
Actually, that's totally drinkable.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so simple salad. Okay, so last week we didn't film it, but we made a salad all from scratch, so whole kale. Anyway, there's these great salads you can buy from any of your major grocery stores, Costco, Safeway, Superstore. And they have in them kale, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, so all your dark leafies. And then they come with this packet, portions of which we're going to use and portions of which we're not. Inside the packet there's sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and dried cranberries, and it also comes with the creamy poppy seed dressing. So for our purposes today, we're not going to use the creamy poppy seed dressing. I'm actually going to make another dressing, and we're going to go through that. So you can save these, put them in your fridge, throw them out, use them as bean bags, whatever you want to do. Got extra salad. So Jordan over here is cutting up strawberries. Look how lovely.
I know, right?
So good. Doing a good job. So just pre-wash your strawberries. I'm not going to lecture you on why. Just do it. This is good for you. Right, Jordan? We pre-wash the fruit.
Pre-wash everything.
Pre-wash everything. Mix. Okay. Cranberries, seeds, all that good jazz. Also got some blackberries here. Give these a quick wash. So you can add pretty much any fruit that you want. This particular salad blend goes really, really well with all types of fruit. So I've put apples, grapes, strawberries, even put cut nectarine, whatever you want. So to make the salad dressing for this, we're actually just taking like clementine oranges, just cut them in half. Okay. These ones have little seeds, so that's why we're using the strainer. And just a basic rinder for citrus fruit. So hold them in your hand nice and tight. The more you can get all over the kitchen, the more points you get.
It's the truth.
So we got seeds in here.
Makes it taste better too.
Yeah. These ones are so soft, the rinder's going right through them, but nice and juicy. And then what I've done over here as I'm doing this, the seasonings on this side, it's pre-measured. So it's 1/8 of a teaspoon of each. Ginger, clove, nutmeg, cinnamon, and then something called caraway seeds. And caraway, it's most commonly found in rye bread. So that smell that rye bread has, that's exactly what this dressing smells like, and the caraway seeds. And then I've taken some fresh ground pepper and done 1/8 of a teaspoon of that as well. And it's all in a little container here, and we'll just mix that up shortly. All right, so I put it in one of these so that I can pour it into you can either use a mason jar or whatever else. And the only thing that's in the bottom of that is just the pepper. I put the fresh ground pepper in there in advance. So we pour in the juice. These are all those seasonings that I mentioned to you earlier.
Why did this just stop?
And we'll just put the dressing on it for now, just because it marinates better. So I'll let you smell that. It's got an amazing smell to it. It smells like summer,
Yep.
which right now is pretty much all we want. So that's the salad. Okay, easy peasy. I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to feed 7 people, so not really a big deal. So I cut it, or you can not. Sometimes I actually just take the whole butter and rub it around the pan. You know, if you're going for the whole bachelor feel,
Yeah.
like I'm not even going to cut this. I'm saving all my dishes. I only own 2 spoons, you know. I have some things like that. So anyway, while the butter starts to melt in there, like I told you guys before, I cook with a lot of epicure. You can use whatever you want, okay, as far as fish seasoning. The most important thing that you use on this particular fish is pepper. That's really all you want. So pepper, the pepper. I like a 4-pepper blend, something that's really nice and fancy. I'll let you sniff it. Pepper can smell the pepper. That's very good pepper. It's good pepper.
Pepper agrees with the pepper?
Pepper likes the pepper. That's some pepper. Yeah. Anyway, this one's really nice because it's got a blend of the 4 peppers. It's been washed. I'm going to take the fish and just lay it down in the pan.
Is it frozen or thawed?
It is completely fresh. Use fresh fish whenever possible. If you are going to use previously frozen fish, thaw it before you cook it. Otherwise, it doesn't cook evenly.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets all gummy and weird, and you'll be wondering why your fish doesn't look like my fish.
And if you're lucky enough, you can go to somewhere that has local fish. That's
Yeah.
the best way to do it.
Yeah, this time of year, yeah, Gimli Fish Market would be the place to go. So we can have some fun with them later. We should go to Gimli Fish one time, pick out whatever's local and just cook that.
Let's just
There's a little bit of onion powder in here, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of parsley. Just adds more color than anything else. It doesn't have a ton of scent. There's some fennel in there, I can smell it.
Now what heat do you have the oven on right now?
Oh, I have it on about a medium-high heat, so it'll be about an 7 or 8. Reason why fish cooks really fast, okay? So you don't want to have it on such a high heat that you actually scorch the bottom of it before the top of it's had a chance to cook.
And you're going to keep that heat the whole way through?
I am going to keep this heat the whole way through. Fish is really easy. Once you've figured it out, it never gets complicated. When I first started cooking fish, the biggest thing that I did wrong was I would add too much stuff to the fish. I didn't know it was really this simple. So I take a little bit of sea salt, just a pinch, keeping in mind we're feeding 7 people, and I have this much sea salt for all of us. That's it. Okay? Very rarely do I use anything that's pre-made, but there's actually this Jamie Oliver walnut and red pepper pesto. You can make this at home. It is fairly simple. The ingredients are sun-dried tomatoes, regular tomatoes, basil, a few other things, some garlic, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and you put it in a little mini blender. But for the purposes of making your life just a little bit easier and a little bit faster, Jamie Oliver is also really into health, so I trust this guy. I'll eat his products. That's what I was telling you about the steam.
It smells amazing.
Yeah. So what I do is I take about a teaspoon of each for each piece of fish. Just put it down on top of the fish. sort of marry these together. And if you want to take the back of the spoon, just sort of spread them around, so that's good. Good work, I'll take the spoon from you.
Cap it.
Yeah, you cap it for about another minute. So the total cooking time on the fish from start to finish is less than 5 minutes if you're not demonstrating to anybody. Butter in the pan, fish down, salt and pepper, minimal salt, lots of pepper. Turn the fish over once. When you start to see it cooking around the edges, so you'll see pink down the center and just a little bit of white on the edges, that's how you know fish is cooked, enough to be flicked. You know it's completely cooked when it flakes. So no need to test it and be like, oh gosh, will I die when I eat this? Is it cooked? No, just poke it with a fork. If it flakes, it's cooked. So if you look at it here, the only reason we're cooking it still is just to get this sauce to marry into the fish a little bit. Show that to our camera people.
Beautiful.
There you go. So that's the whole thing. Turn off the heat. You got your salad. You got your rice mix. I started it first because it takes an eternity. It's a very dense mix. It takes about 45 minutes. So this was all so much faster than that. Hungry?
Absolutely.
I will feed you.
Oh, love it.